My name is Gracie Caggiano, and my performance does not have a specific title. I am an eclectic poet, composer, and vocalist and guitarist. I have lived in Kansas City for about 3 years now, but I'm originally from Central Florida. I came out here to attend school at the UMKC Conservatory, where I earned a master's degree in music composition. And during my time there, I discovered how much I want to fuse my worlds of classical music and popular music and put all of that together. So my artistry involves combining different aesthetics and exploring complex emotions, particularly those that relate to love and meaning, but also disability and the lived experience of being a disabled person. The meaning behind my work is kind of like I was saying a bit about my philosophy just a minute ago. The meaning behind my work is to explore um, what it's like to be a person with a disability and share space with others of varying abilities, whether or not they have disabilities or they're able bodied. And That's kind of the main focus of my work for the Convivencia project. To me, Convivencia means the simultaneity of unity and diversity, and not just as a concept, but as an active virtue, like acknowledging and celebrating difference, and seeking to create community spaces where people can show up authentically in the bodies and minds that they have without feeling the need to um, censor what is honest about ourselves. Yeah, so for my performance, I'm writing a new set of songs. There are a couple that are older songs that I've already previously written, but primarily writing new songs which explore sharing space with others through the lens of disability. And I do think it's worth noting that when I think about space, it's more than just physical, it's also like emotional and emotional space and any sort of relational space. Um, but lyrically, I'm really exploring what it feels like to be a disabled person in spaces that are not necessarily designed for me to exist in, or maybe have a history of excluding people with disabilities. And as a result, the kind of vulnerability and the intimacy that I experience because of that. Um, and I've wanted to capture these feelings in song because I feel like most people just don't even know, or they don't understand disability to this extent, and they don't even know how to approach it really. Um, and I feel like it's my job to express to people that being disabled is a valid way of existing in the world, and we should all collectively be creating opportunities for people of all abilities to share space with each other. And so I'm just sort of trying to package that into a 30-minute set of songs for guitar and voice. Yeah, so I decided to apply for Art in the Loop, kind of because of what I just said, with Feeling like people generally just don't know how to approach disability, and I want to open that conversation in Kansas City and give people things to think about. And I think that music is the perfect vessel for empathy, and a lot of people are able to relate to experiences because of music. And this just seemed like, especially with the theme being Convivencia this year, it seemed like the perfect opportunity to talk about disability topics and access. What title would you give this chapter in your life? I think that I would title it Growing into Myself. I feel like I've changed a lot as a person recently, and just being in your mid-20s, um, I feel like is a time where you really discover who you are. You think that it's supposed to happen earlier in your life, and maybe it happens for the rest of your life, but I feel like I'm really growing into myself, so I'll go with that. What is my favorite adjective to be described with? I really do appreciate when people describe me as someone who is thoughtful, or they compliment like my intelligence or the way that I like to just think about the world. So I guess thoughtful would be that adjective. And my social media, you can find me on Instagram. You can also find me on streaming platforms at Gracie Caggiano. That's GRACIE CAGGIANO.